Chapter 55. Cinder arrived back at the entrance to the wolf's cavernous village within a few hours' flight. She paused outside the cave entrance and panted heavily, trying to get her wind back. She remembered her mentor's words in mind and inhaled deeply, calming her senses. Almost immediately, she began to feel her mind return to its tranquil state. She could hear the sounds of the forest beyond the cave and the nocturnal birds and insects singing their routine songs. But there was something that puzzled her dragoness. That was all she could hear. Cinder shrank back to normal and entered the cave. She looked around, expecting to see a cluster of wolves standing around, but found none. Well, that makes things slightly easier, she thought to herself as she ducked into the shadows of a nearby adobe hut. She poked her head and scanned the cave walls. They were fire lit, but no signs of any movement. Cinder's lip curled suspiciously, but she continued on. She crashed low to the ground and emerged into the shadows. Like liquid, she slid from one hut to the next, keeping close watch on the cave walls and waiting for any signs of movement. Soon she reached the entrance of the catacombs. As she emerged from the shadows, she looked back over her shoulder. Where the hell is everyone? She punched herself. She hadn't as much as come across the slightest resistance. Not even so much as a yip could be heard from within the vast cavern. I hope they yell just steadily from munitions forge. She muttered herself as she walked through the busted doorway she had created before. The darkness of the dungeon seemed exceptionally cold this time, and Cinder shuddered. As Cinder entered the cell block, she sniffed the air. There was something different about it, yet still familiar. She crept up the exit cell, only to find the doors opened. Cinder's eyes grew wide when she found no trace of the old wolf. Looking for someone? Voice near. Cinder jumped with a startled yelp. You won't find any wolves around here. I said them all packing, just in case you decide to show up here again. Who's there? Cinder demanded, her teeth bared. Show yourself now. The voice left in amusement and Leon stepped out of the shadows. Leon? Cinder cocked her head to the side. What are you doing here? The black dragon only laughed. To answer that, my dear Cinder. The distortion in his voice took on a more maniacal tone as Malfoy's consciousness rose up within the young dragon. Besides, I'm here to kill you. Cinder felt her blood run cold as two words came to her mind. Oh no. Time seemed to drag on for Spyro and the other guardians. Hours had passed in relative silence as Amber went about healing the wounded lightning guardian. Flame had started up a new fire to help keep them warm. Meanwhile, Tremor and Candace were out hunting, hoping to stumble across a creature in the night while it slept. As they walked on through the trees, Candace kept making side glances to the guardian, dragon. After what seemed like the 100th time, Tremor finally spoke. Something wrong? I'm just thinking. Candace shook her head. About? It's nothing, Candace insisted. Tremor Stone rubbed his club tail on her hind leg. Candace, you wouldn't let me get away with pulling that kind of stunt, and I'm not going to let you do it either. What's on your mind? Candace sighed. I don't know. I guess I was just a little taken aback by how you were acting with Stella. Tremor's brow shone in surprise. Are you jealous? No, Candace stammered. Tremor just stared her in the eye. Alright, fine. Maybe a little. It's alright. Tremor chuckled and gave her a playful shove. But you do know why I was fortunate to help her out so much, right? Candace shook her head. Because I feel that if it weren't for her, I wouldn't have you right now. Wait, what do you mean? Candace looked at him skeptically. When I beat the crap out of Leon, I found Stella off to herself and we ended up talking about you. Me? Candace felt her cheeks flush. Tremor nodded. I wasn't sure if I should give up on loving you, but Stella kind of convinced me otherwise. She did? Candace looked back towards the cat's side, then back to Tremor. The other dragon seemed to sense the sadness in her voice. Candace hung her head. She knew that it was her fault that Tremor had nearly been killed, and now she had almost made him give up on loving her. Hey, Tremor raised her chin up with his paw. I'm not mad at you, he whispered as he gazed into her violet eyes. I'm just thinking what took her father and didn't quit. A tear fell from Candace's eye. Me too. She tried back herself and without another word pressed her lips to Tremor's in a deep kiss. Tremor leaned into her more, and the two let the sounds of nightlife swirl around them. Back at the campsite, Spyro continued to stare off in the distance. Hey, Spyro, are you alright? Flame asked. His friend had so much as moved the scales and Cinder left. Yeah, I'm fine. Spyro nodded without so much as looking at the Fire Guardian. You'll be fine. Flame tried to turn him after another moment of silence passed. I hope so, Flame. Spyro sighed. I just never know with the Dark Master. Spyro trusted Cinder, but deep down he couldn't shake the feeling that something bad was going to happen soon. Cinder slammed against the wall. Leon lunged at her again and the dragon is ducked. Leon smashed head first in the wall, nearly knocking himself unconscious. Cinder bit down his tail and flung him to the nearest hut. The dog crumbled to dust as Leon rolled across the floor of the cave. The fight had begun in a dungeon, but had quickly escalated out of control. The two black dragons had destroyed the catacombs deep under the village and were wreaking havoc throughout the main chamber. Die! Leon fired a concentrated stream of dark magic, only to have Cinder dodge it. The beam burned straight to the rock, leaving a charred hole in the stone. You first, you bastard! Cinder charged Leon again as she charged up another shot. At the last second, she vanished through the shadows as the beam fired overhead. Leon felt a crushing pain in his gut as Cinder burst off in the shadows below him. Cinder knocked him into the air and drop-kicked him into another stone hut. Leon fought a black hole bolt. Cinder moved her head to the side slightly, allowing the attack to miss it by mere centimeters. She took a deep breath and released a sharp venom across the pile of rubble. Leon burst out from under the stones and shot into the air just as the stones began to mount. That was too close, he thought to himself. Cinder flapped her wings hard and sent a gust of wind up at the enemy dragon. The wind caught Leon's wings and sent him spinning out of control. Cinder focused the wind to her back and flapped again, propelling her into the air as well. Leon looked down in time and again slammed at the roof of the cave. He coughed on his own blood as a small stalactite jumped to his back, breaking a rib. Cinder dug her long tongues into the stone and locked herself to Leon. How could you join the Dark Master? Cinder shot her eyes blazing with red fury. She headbutted the black dragon, causing his head to snap back and hit the stone ceiling again. After all we've done for you! She drove her knees into his gut, forcing wind out of him again. Her tail flexed dangerously and she drove it deep into his side. Leon let out a howl and spattered Cinder's face with blood. The dragon ignored his cries. She wanted his blood. Bad. She bit down his shoulder and shook her head violently, savagely turning his flesh away. At last, Cinder dislodged from the ceiling and yanked Leon with her as she plummeted towards the floor. She flapped her wings once, creating a swirling vortex of wind and rocketed them even faster. Take this! She shouted and plowed Leon to the roof of the hut and into the floor of the cave. The ground shook from the impact, and several stones from the ceiling fell into the village below. Cinder blew the dust and debris away, allowing herself to get a clear look at the cave floor. It was littered with smashed huts and demolished boulders. She snorted in disgust and spit a glob of venom onto the floor below. As the stones began to melt away from the acid, Leon broke free from the wreckage. Cinder's eyes went in surprise, but she managed to keep the same stern glare fixed on the black dragon. Leon shook himself, sending more blood flying. He looked up and Cinder smiled. That was a good shot. You've definitely gone strong over the past 2 years. That's what voice came from the young dragon's mouth. I wish I could say the same. Cinder hissed, black flames flickering around the edge of her mouth. But I'm glad to know I can still kick your sorry, scaly ass, even without Spyro's help. Oh, you think so, do you? Malfoy sneered, then his voice turned to normal. Get her, he ordered. What? Cinder turned to see a pack of wolves launched from the shadows along the cave walls. Damn it. She curled into a ball and dropped below them. The wolves collided together mid-air and scrambled over each other as he fell towards the ground. Cinder hit the floor and rolled away as the canions fell in a disgruntled mess. The sounds of bones breaking could be heard over the snarling and yelping. Cinder blew as hard as she could, and another tornado sucked the wolves up off the ground. They howled helplessly as they were spun around in sickening circles at blinding speeds. Cinder's tail twisted slightly before she leaped into the center of the vortex. She let loose a terrifying roar as she unleashed a burst of convexity. The cries of the wolves died away as they vanished for good, their ashes blowing across the cavern. Cinder breathed a sigh of relief and turned her attention back to Leon. He was gone. The black dragon looked around the cave floor, searched for any sign of him, but found none. Why, you sneaky little bastard, she cursed, and the puff of shadows blew from her nostrils. She sighed as she drifted back down to the floor of the cave. The cave was silent and quiet again, and Cinder began to feel the discomfort and loneliness setting in again. I hope Exile got away at least. I think you should be more concerned about yourself, Leon growled as he emerged from the shadows under Cinder. Shit! Cinder cursed as she tried to leap away from the dark dragon, but Leon had caught her off guard. His shadows wrapped around her legs, keeping her from getting away. The black dragon tackled Cinder to the ground, and the two rolled over each other in a pile of hissing teeth and slashing claws. You're not getting away this time, Leon snarled as a pair of muted wolves came charging to the cave entrance. Damn! Reinforcements? Cinder growled to herself and kicked Leon off of her. Leon fired a bolt of dark lightning, briefly stunning the black dragoness. Cinder staggered on her feet but didn't go down. The wolves had gained the time they needed and pounced on her, pinning her to the ground. Cinder snarled menacingly at her as her eyes began to glow red again. Hold her! Leah snapped. Cinder turned her head to unleash her fear, but the wolf clumped her hand over her mouth while the others pinned her neck to the floor. She struggled to free herself, but the wolves held the advantage. They pinned her body down. She clawed the stones beneath to try and get away. Leon laughed in amusement as he watched her efforts to escape fail. Save your energy. You're not going anywhere, Cinder. The black dragons glared daggers at him out the corner of her eye as he approached her. He shot his spear across the floor and danced around in joyful fashion. As he walked up beside one of the wolves, the beast held her head up in front of him so she was at his eye level. Cinder's eyes raged red with hate. Leon only smiled. You know, that's what I've always liked about you, Cinder. He stroked her cheek with the back of his paw, and Cinder tried to jerk away, but was held fast. You're such a strong fighter. I don't think anyone could ever physically hurt you. He pressed his lips to hers in an impetuous kiss. Cinder's eyes widened, and she tried to scream and jerk away from him. Then he broke away from her and gave her the darkest smile he could muster. But he paced slowly around the wolves until he was by Cinder's backside. I know of a way to hurt you and Spyro in a way you never imagined. Cinder's eyes grew wide with horror as she came to realize what he was saying. Leon's laugh echoed throughout the cave, and his eyes flashed fire with evil intent.